Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? What up, everybody? What up? We're finally doing this today. Hold on, guys. Sorry about that. How is everybody doing? I'm so excited, guys. We're finally doing it. I ain't got nothing to do other than go fishing with them later on. But that's later on, so let's freaking do this. Hi, Conjurer. Hi, Stacy. Hi, Glam. Oh, my... Hi, Marky. Hi, everybody. Hi. How's everybody doing? Hi, Tay. How are you, love? How's your day? What up, everybody? Alright, guys. We're gonna finish this set. Alright. We're gonna finish this aqua set. So, I wanted to do something a little different. So, this is what the set's gonna look like. So, these are the press-ons. And this is what we started with these little guys in here. Now, I want to do plaid on these ones here, rainbow plaid, on the whole thing, coming from top to bottom. And only the aqua nails are going to be this one here and this one here. So, if we're doing plaid on these, what do you think about doing, or should I do something different on these two, and do the plaid background on those? What do you guys think? We got a whole heap of thing. We're going to do, oh my gosh. These little butterflies I have been looking for. Didn't even know I had them. Didn't even know I had them. Aw, thanks, babe. I hope your day's going good. But we're going to add some of these little the white butterflies and like the pink ones inside, because this is the only color of these type of butterflies that I have. Excuse me. Inside of the thumb. I don't know if it'll fit, but we might have to add the other the little tiny butterflies in the smaller one, which I do have. So I have the tiny ones, and look, I forgot we had flowers too. But anyway, all right. So we have the entire 2 BRITTBRAT collections. And so we have the new Fairy Dust collection as well as the Pastel collections. That's what we used to begin with. But I thought, what if we did something different but with all the colors together? So you have the pink and the pink, this and this, kind of like how I was talking about. So I think that would be really cool to do. What if we did like a Ombre on... You know what? Let's do the Ombre on these right here with all the colors, so we get this really cool Ombre effect. I think that would be really awesome. Hi, Glam. How are you? Hi, everybody. I love you guys. Yay. Make sure you like and subscribe. Woo. Shout out to everybody. If you're new here, hello. My name is Sugar, and we are doing some aqua peep nails. We're finishing this set because it just needs to be a set, so we are finishing those. These are all Novo Ovo tips, by the way, and I will put them in the description. I just couldn't find the link, so I'll have to find that afterwards. But I wanted to also show you guys. Look what I found at the dollar store. Look at these glitter scoopers. They're not intended for glitter, but I thought, oh my gosh, if I'm doing like acrylic and working with glitter, what do you think? That would be so cute to like scoop it out and you know what I mean, right? Look at that, look at that, look at that. If only they were stars, that would be even cooler. Or moons, but hey, I'll work with hearts. They're very cute. So they were only $1. And then I got this guy because I thought I could put my drill by itself in there, but sadly the whole thing doesn't fit. So maybe I'll just use it for, I don't even know, I don't know. But I just wanted to show you guys that because I was excited. Alright. So basically we have all BRITTBRAT products right now. We have the disposable nail art palette thing. And the stuff to make the 3D spinning peep. Of course, we're making the spinner peep. All this over here is what's going to, like, somewhat go inside. And I thought, I love this rose gold. Hi, Glam, babe. I love rose gold, you guys. And I know we used gold in this one. But, oh, I just... I love that color, but, you know, it's okay. Because I was looking at, like, where'd they go? These guys here. Like, these little cuticle bars. And I have the cutest cuticle bars in those, but not in gold. I mean, I might somewhere else, but I couldn't tell you where. And I didn't have time to look. So, anyhoozle. We got the stuff, the flowers to go inside, the butterflies to go inside, and then we have these little guys to go, and I figured we'd use these, like, tan-looking ones, and we could use these little white things to go inside just to give it some cute little white color. Alright, so that's everything, so let's get to sculpting, and then today I'm going to use the Vanessa Nailed It Jewel Gel Bonder Non-White 15 ml Clear Gel for this. So it's non-white gel. And then I also have the BRITTBRATNAILDIT. I have so many different types of whatchamacallit here. So everything that is BRITTBRAT related, guys, you can use code SUGAR. The link is in the description box, as well as I linked every single thing of BRITTBRAT that I'm using. Alright, let's get into it, shall we? Let's hop to it, shall we? How are you guys? Thanks for coming. Oop. Hi, BRITTBRAT love. How are you? How's your day going? Thanks for coming. Oh my gosh. We have every color you can think of, baby. Well, not really, but what is going on? Hold on, guys. I gotta fix this. Shit. I don't know how to do... How do you... I don't know how to actually get all these to go in order. Because we need music. Hold on, y'all. Hold the phone. Alright, well, I guess we got that. I don't know. I don't want inspirational songs. Give me a minute, guys. I don't know why this is messing up. I'm sorry, guys. Alright, let's get some good, like, songs, bro. I guess we'll do workout songs, eh? Alright, that'll work, I guess. I'm here, but I'm working on a set. Yay! Hi, Nelly Love! According to tracking, you get your first... Yay! You get your polishes tomorrow! I'm so excited. Oh, shit. I forgot to add the blackout. I'll add that after, guys. Alright, let me move some of this and let's get started. I'm excited. I know you guys can't really see everything. Does that look good? I can't even tell if that even looks good and if you can tell. But let me move all of this out the way real quick. I'm so excited, y'all. Alright, so I do have the 3D peeps. I'm gonna move these out of the way. Alright, so this is what it looks like. This is what we have in there so far. And then I also have those two little peeps we made. We'll put one in the other one and one in the other one. And then we'll make the big peep. And I got my glitter, of course. And then we have the 3D clay. And then we have these guys. And I was just gonna, like, pick out these, like, cool little... They have flowers in here, too. So I thought, if we use the butterflies, the flowers, and these little... I don't know what you want to call them. They're kind of cool looking, though. I don't know if they're holographic or not. But, I don't know. They kind of looked like they would be shiny enough. I don't know. We shall see. The other flowers seem to work well, but they might flow better. Hello, Adam Pro. How are you? What is this? I can use them for cocktail. Yes, girl. Yes. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay. So, first things first, y'all. These ones right here are going to just be regular. But I wanted them to be, like, this style just to give it a different look. So, I think we're going to do the Ombre on these. And then these two will be the aqua nails. So let's make the base for the aqua nail so it's already done. And then we'll go in and we'll do these. And then we'll go back to these. So these two will have the plaid on the back. Just the same as this one here. It'll have different peeps inside each one. It's only going to have one peep in each one, unfortunately. But we're going to add other stuff to it. But, okay. So, I'm excited. Alright. Here is all of our BRITTBRAT polishes that we are going to be using. So, I'm going to set that up here. We have the glossy top coat. We have the glazed. And we also have the perfect matte. We have iced out. We have blackout. And we have the entire 2 collections. So, these are all the polishes we're using today, y'all. Don't forget, link is in the description, y'all. If you want them, you gotta try them if you haven't tried them yet. Alright, so with the tanks, I have already buffed the back end of these tanks. So that way they're ready to go. And I don't have to deal with it buffing right now. So we're gonna make the backs of these tanks real quick. So I'm gonna use this today. You can use top coat too if you want, you guys. You don't have to use that, but I wanted to see if this would work, so we're going to use this guy. So let's do the back end real quick, and then we will do, we'll do the Ombre. We'll do Sugar's Ombre with all of the colors. And I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 11 colors in all. So we're going to do 11 color Ombre. Alright. So, I need my gel brush. We're going to use this gel brush here. Let me clean them off. Are you guys ready for this? I know, love. Have fun. Love you. Hi to everybody. Have a fantabulous day. Are you guys excited? Because I'm excited. I'm excited. Can you guys hear me okay? Does it look okay? Is it too much? Is it too bright? Is that better? Alright, what's that look like, y'all? I don't know what it looks like, but... Alright. Let's do this. So, I don't know if this is still available, you guys, so that's why I didn't link it. But it has got so much stuff in it. But I figured it'd be alright to use instead of using my other one. Alright. Well, first and foremost, make sure you guys wipe anything off that you're going to put this on with. Because we don't want anything on our, whatchamacallit. Woohoo! I'm so excited for this. I'm going to be able to wear these. That chill guy, what up? Thanks for coming, everybody. Sorry, didn't mean to cough in your face. Alright. So, first things first, we're going to... You know what I forgot to do? I'm getting ahead of myself, everybody. Hold the phone, hold the horses. First thing you want to do before you do this is mark it out, baby, mark it out. I have long nails, so... And I always leave a little bit of room, guys. I don't go right up against my nail. Never go right up against my nail because you want enough room in there to make sure the back end is not going to touch your skin or anything like that, okay? Hi, just nailed it. Thanks for coming, love. Hi, Morningstar? Is it Lilith Morningstar? Hello, hello, hello. All right, we are doing liquid aqua nails. We're doing the peep liquid nails. And so we're going to start with our tanks, guys. We're going to build our tanks real quick. I was going to build them off the thingy, but... Alright. So... I'm going to go a little bit... Holy shit balls, Batman. Hold on, guys. What was that? The wind blew my door open, guys. Holy crap. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, can you guys see? Okay, do you want me to zoom in? Is that better? Hi, Pedro. Hi, Cookie. Hi, King. Can I make short nails? I have. But today, we're making this. So, now that we have you know, all marked out and whatnot, we are good to go. Now, we're going to add our gel. And you really don't want a thick gel's great, but you can use top coat, a thick top coat as well. I prefer this type of gel, so when I set it down, the nail tip down into it, it sinks right into it, and I know it's going to get right up in those groovy grooves. So we're just going to take this guy and level it out, make our little square. See how all this is in the middle? We're going to push it down into the sides. You want it to be on a thicker but thinner viscosity, guys. You don't want big globs in the middle when you do this. But you also want it to be nice and thick on the sides. So when you do put the tip down in there, it's going to fit perfect. Sorry about that, guys. It's going to fit perfect, and it's going to go right up against those sides really nicely. So I put that glob on here, and we're just making it go. One thing I want to make sure is this side is flat. So I'm going to take some of this. I don't want it to be too flat on the sides. So I'm going to kind of shove it like that. Alrighty, look at that. Alright, we're going to let that level out. And this side is still somewhat slim, guys. But you can always get it with whatever. I just prefer to do it like this, so that way I can just go in and... Alright. There's that one. I've already etched the bottom of my tip here. We're going to add it right in the middle. And I'm just going to push it down, so I know it's connected to that. We're just going to push, push, push. Just a little bit. Nothing too crazy. We're going to take our little light, wherever I did with it. Move my brush out the way. And just make sure you can see if it's made contact with the tip or not, you guys. So take your little thingamajigger, and I'm just going to hold this like this while I cure it. And you don't have to make it as wide as I did, but I just do to give me extra surface area. Hi, Piper. Hi, Melanie. Hello. Thanks. Appreciate it. And you want to make sure you guys get it real nice. I do that, and then I'm going to shove it in my lamp for a full 60, guys. Because you want it to be fully cured. You do not want it to be... So for all the new people coming in, what up? What up, Austin? Thanks, Just Nailed It. That's funny. That's funny. Hey, listen, big nails is great. You just use your hands. Okay. Shout out, everybody. What up? What up? What up? Did I miss anybody? If I did, I apologize, guys. Alright. What up, everybody? This is cool. Thanks for hanging with your girl. Alright, so the next one we're going to do is the pinky. Same thing. We're going to do the exact same thing. So, we're going to marker. And I have long nails, so I'm just going to take this guy and we're going to mark it here. You're not going to be able to see that, so. Alright. Ta-da! See what I just did there? Don't do that. This guy came off the last time, but I was kind of hoping I could just boop it. If all else fails and you guys don't have something, use a, you just gotta get it up the right way. Use a, crap. Hold on. Use a nail form. Look at this. It'll come up every time. You won't have to worry about that. But that whole side came off. But we're good. Alright, we're still good on the side. So, we're going to take this and we're going to pull it back towards us. Look. You'll cut the side, or you take this side, and we're going to pull it. Real lightly. Just like so. Boop. Look at that. And we got our tank, people. We got our tank. I'm going to cut this end off here, like so. Now, this is still not the best. It's not that thick, just so y'all know. Like, this part is not that thick. So, for me, I like to reinforce the edges of these with a nice top coat, a nice thick top coat, if you want to. So that's that. We're going to keep that guy over there. We're going to use this guy next time because that was hard. I don't want to fuck it up. So, I'm going to take our Sharpie, do the same thing. Can you guys see all right? This is so cool. I'm so excited. I've been waiting to do this, you guys. Absolutely waiting to do this. So exciting. Alright, now we got that. Let's get our gel back out. How's your guys' Friday so far? I didn't have school. I did not have to do school or anything like that, so I was super excited. Super, super excited. This one's a small nail, so you're not going to need too much, but you still kind of want a good amount of gel. Hi! Hello, hello, hello. Okay, love, no worries. Thanks for joining. Alright, y'all. Same thing. We're gonna smoosh this up. Bring this down. It smooths a lot easier on this than it does that purple thing. And I know it's gonna be a little hard for you guys to see on this, but what are you gonna do, right? I think for me, I never used to like this way of doing it, but I do have to admit that you have way more room to do your aqua nails Now, the one thing, if I'm going to do an aqua nail from top to bottom, that flows from top to bottom, I will do, if we're doing like 3XL or something like that, I will do the on top where it flows from actual top to bottom. And that's using a nail tip on top of a nail tip, a half tip with a full tip on top. Because that is my favorite way of doing it. Because I like watching it fall from top to bottom. Have you guys seen those ones? Alright. There's our nail. Well, not our nail, but alright. We're going to take our tip. One thing I would suggest is to get your excess off your brush while you're doing this. And if you have a brush holder, use it. But take the excess off so it's not dripping on your table. And then that way you don't have to worry about it falling everywhere. You know what I mean? Alright. I'm going to clean this baby out so there's nothing in there. Not that it matters, but... I have my line right here. So I'm going to make sure my line is just above that, so it gives me enough room. Boom. We're going to push it down in there and make sure she makes contact on each end. Let it level out for a second. After you hit it like that, it kind of puts little wrinklies in there. So we're going to take this guy and I'm going to hold it. And this just puts pressure so I know it's making contact with that. And this is just flash curing it so that way it doesn't come up as you're doing it. Ooh, I'm excited, guys. It's going to look so cool. This is basically going to give you minimal filing as well. Now, for me, I don't typically like putting the gel on the bottom inside the tip, right? I don't typically like doing that. I like making a little bottom piece and then adding it with the gel because that gives us more of a stable outside. And so typically you won't have leaks like if I were to just shove it down in here like I did last time and had it leak a little bit. So I did. Hi, Wyatt. Hi, Miss Nail 11. What's up? My name's White. Hello. Hi, Genexer. How are you, sweetheart? Shout out to everybody. We are making liquid aqua nails. We're making peep nails. They are going to be plaid and they're going to be just scrumptious. Okay? Okay. Alright, so we have this tank done. And this time, I am not going from the top end. We're just going to go from the bottom end. So while that one's in the light, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take our gel. Oh. I got a thingamajig on there. Alright. We're going to take our little gel. Take a good scoop of your gel here. Because you want a good amount, but you don't want it to, like, drop down all the way inside of your hole. Right? So we're going to flip it like this. We're going to make sure it makes contact with all the parts. And then up too. But hold it down. Look at your line. Look at your line. But you know the whole thing is sealed. You know what I mean? So it's not too bad. I'm going to hold it down so it's not coming down into our little area there. And I'm going to make sure, I'm going to take this, and just as a precaution, I'm going to kind of float it over this little edge here. Just so I know it's going over the edge barrier here. Okay? And just make sure the whole thing is... I want to make it all even. Alright, I'm going to put that in the lamp. What do you guys think? You will. You can do this. How long does each nail usually take? Well, it just depends on what you're doing, honestly. My chat froze, y'all. There we go. There we go. Alright, while that one's in there, let's take this guy out. And now, I'm just going to break her off here. Ta-da! Well, we're going to have a little line in that because I wasn't thinking about the little edge piece there, but oh well, who cares? It's not a big deal. Alright, I usually try to make it really nice and thin here so you don't have to file anything down, but that's going to be alright. It doesn't have to be perfect, Crystal, geez. Once again, we're going to pull it towards us. Look how easy. It's thick, but it's thin enough to pull against your edge here. Same thing. Sometimes, though, if it's super thick, you'll have to just kind of start it just a hair. Do not, like rip it off, you guys, because you will rip the back end off. But rip it towards you, sir. If you rip it down this way, you're going to pull it off the back. So, I mean, there's always a way to fix it, but a little bit easier not to do it that way, you know. But the end part, I'm not going to pull. I'm just going to cut. And because I want it to be super flush, I don't want no, like, ends. Perfect! Except for this little part. Typically, you can take your hand and go like this. And it'll typically, like, come off the sides here. Just with your finger. You don't even have to do anything. Mine was a little wobbly on the sides, but... Alrighty, dude. Alrighty, dude. Look at our tank, y'all. That was easy enough, right? Y'all can do this. You can do it with any nail. Any nail. Let's go ahead and do this one now. So we're going to take it upside down. We're going to take our little brush. And you don't have to, like, since this is so little, you can use a smaller brush, but we're just going to do it, okay? So I think I'm just going to use the corner of my brush because it's just easier to get down in there. So when I take it and I push this down and pull up, what it does is create that barrier right here up over that ledge and that edge. I'm going to hold that down, push this down and pull up, push that down and pull up. And I want to make sure that it's actually touching this back end here. So that way it creates that barrier on the back and the front. Not the front, but up on the corner here. So I'm going to take excess, pull down, pull down. There you go. And we're holding it upside down so we don't have such a... But I had so much right here that it kind of went in a little too far, but... Trying to pull it back out. It's alright. We're going to go with that. Make sure our sides are good. And I'm going to take a little bit of this excess. And we're going to pull it over this edge here. Let's just make sure that the edge is sealed. Okay. Alright. Let's cure her, shall we? Alright. So now that that is cured, hopefully we did it right and we have no leakage. But that's the best way. And the way that I saw that on Alicia, the nail doctor, do it that way. And it's so much better than using solid gel. It's so much better than doing the way that I did on the top of that. Hi, Marky Love. So it's just easier, and you've seen how fast it was. So I know you guys can do this. But I think for the end, I don't know if I want to do what I did on the middle one. So here's what it looks like, guys. This is the one that we first did. And so the edge of it looks like this. But with the other way that I usually do it, you have to file a lot. So let's just do it in the end here and see what happens, shall we? Alright, so now that we have our base tanks done, we don't have to worry about that now. So this guy here, we are going to use for the peep guy. Okay. We have everything that we need. Can you guys see okay? Is it good? So what is this? You just joined. Hi, Khalid. Sorry. We're doing nails. We are doing aqua liquid nails. And we are also doing peep nails. Here's what our nail looks like, guys. She's beautiful. She looks like she's fully intact. All the way around with a solid, nice solid base right here. You can also feel, guys. I accidentally made it drip right here. But you can feel whether or not there's a hole there and whether or not it's open. But I think we're golden. And that is the best way that I have found. And shout out to Alicia, the nail doctor. She is the one that actually did this in one of her videos. And it literally does work so much better if you hold it down. Make sure you do it up like that. And it really does makes the barrier for heat on this side as well as down here. So I learned that from her. Alright, that one is still in there. That one is curing. So we got those done. So let's go ahead and do our ombre. So the backs of these are going to be plaid, right? So we're going to do our plaid first, our white sparkle, and that's going to be our back end part of this. Now, typically what I like to do is make sure I reinforce it with a top coat on the back end here, just to make sure. But we're already putting stuff on here, so because of that, we're going to end up top coating the back anyway, so I think we'll be okay for the tank and all that good stuff. So I'm going to set this guy up here, and we'll come back to those in just a bit. Let's go ahead and do our ombres. So on our ombres, we are using these crazy sculpted nail tips. Now these are Novo Ovo sculpted nail tips, and they are super sculpted, you guys. Let me just make sure here. Oh yeah, I think we're golden, guys. Alright. Got that one. These are super sculpted, so like it's kind of hard. You have to be fast with these tips. Because of how sculpted. Look. See how much it goes? I don't know if you guys can actually tell. It goes down quite a lot. So this is what it looks like from the side view. Right? Might not look like much, but from this view, your top down view, look how much it comes down. Look how much the bend is, the C-curve in this. So this is called sculpted nail tip, and it is sculpted from top to bottom. So this is really actually a really good nail to do aqua with because of how much room is in this sculpted nail tip. The best tips to use if you're going to make aqua nails are sculpted nail tips, you guys. They really are. Because not only do you get more room, especially if you're using stiletto, as you guys know, there's not too much room in the stiletto. So the more sculpted, the better for stilettos. Hi, Tammy Love. How are you? Thanks for coming. No worries, Take. Thanks, babe. So I was like, I was good. I've made an aqua nail once out of a stiletto, but I was like, do I want to make these aqua or do I want to just paint them? So we're just going to paint them. And then we're going to make sure we do... Yes, it is so much easier like that. Let me get my base real quick, guys. I have new ones of those coming. I'm so excited. Shout out to the 29 of you in here. We are using BRITTBRAT products. Everything is linked in the description box, and you can use code SUGAR. Alright. So, what we don't want is, while we're trying to do this, we don't want it to be crooked or, like, down one side or the other. We want to make sure she is nice and dandy. Alright. So, with the Ombre, you're going to want to use a base coat. Okay? So, we're going to get out the BRITTBRAT. Nice, thick, glossy super base. BRITTBRAT super base is nice and thick. Used for almost like a builder gel type. And, I love it. It's great. I will have to add this to the description box. But, so, we're going to use this thicker top coat. Now, you can use a thick, or not top coat, base coat, sorry. You can use a super base. You can use a blooming gel. You can even use a top coat. You guys want me to try it with a top coat? But the base allows it to bloom out quite nicely. And if you don't have a blooming gel, don't worry about it, because you can always use base coat. You can use a thin one or a thicker one. So what I'm going to do is we're going to use a super base on one. And then we're going to use the, like, thinner glazed top coat on the other. Just to see what we can get out of both of these. So if you want to use a top coat, you can. And if you can also use a matte top coat. They're gonna bloom out the same. But it depends on the consistency as well. So just remember that. It depends on what the consistency of your gel is. So, if you want, one thing that you must do when you're doing these is you must make sure you buff it. Buff the nails, guys. Or else your gel is going to, like, come up off of this shiny surface. And it's literally going to be like water coming off. Kind of like how water and oil don't mix. So we're going to go ahead and do that real quick because, you know, I forgot to do it. So we're just going to do it really quickly. It doesn't have to be fancy. Just as long as it's etched. And I only buff it, guys. I buff it with, like, the coarse side of my buffer. And then I don't use the smoothing side of my buffer. But just as long as it's not super shiny, it'll still stick. Or you could use primer. You could do acid primer, and that'll make it sticky as well. I don't use primer, so I'll never use primer, you guys. BRITTBRAT does have 2-in-1 prep and prime as well. Alright, so there she is. We're going to clean her off. Make sure we get all that out there so we don't get nothing in our polishes. What do you guys think so far, dude? Thanks for coming and freaking hanging with me. I have been so excited. Been ready to do this, y'all. So ready to do this. You see how it kind of goes up at an angle, you guys? See that? The reason being for that is because of how the structure, the sculptedness is of this tip. So what you want to do, take it and put it as far down on the flat side as possible, so you have that flat structure and it's not going upward, because if you make it go upward, it's gonna create, the Ombre is not gonna go as nicely, if that makes sense. So, but I left them like that so I could show you, just to make sure to double check your nails, and depending on what nail tips you use, depends on how they are as well. So, let's go ahead and do this one really quickly. So, once we put the base coat on here, it's going to adhere very nicely. But it's also going to act as our blooming gel, which is going to allow it to float out nicely. Now, I have noticed, I can't remember, so that's why we're going to do it here, but I'm pretty sure the thinner it is, the faster it's going to bloom out. The thicker it is, it's going to take a little bit longer. to bloom out. But I always like the thick ones, so... But we're going to see today. Can you guys see okay? Does it look good? Let me know. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you? We have been so ready to see. I know. I love you guys. I have been ready to do this. This week was so busy, you guys. I just did not have time to, like, the times that I could go live, I couldn't because hubby was sleeping. And then it was just like, oh my gosh. Okay, and I have to be careful which one's which because they're two different sizes. So make sure you be careful of that. Alright, we got that done. I'm going to put that away really quickly. Alright. So here's our nail. This is what she's looking like. Nice and buffed. Let's get our super base. So before we do that, because we're not going to cure right away, we need our palette. You can either get one of these palettes right here, which is a disposable nail art palette. We have 11 colors, you guys. We have 11 colors. So I'm going to put them on this for now, just because I don't really want to. Yeah, alright. So we have Iced Out. We have Iced Out, which is a white glitter. Now we're going to go, we have the Candy Coated collection and the Fairy Dust collection, you guys. Alright, one is Pastel and one is that shimmer glitter, just marvelousness. So, we're going to do our white. Can you guys see okay? Hi, Angela. Hi, Laura. Can I tell what colors? Do Sugar Rush. I'm going to do them all, Lovey. We're doing a Ombre, which in turn we're doing both sets of colors. Alright, so I'm going to take my white. We're going to get a good glob of the Iced Out. This is my favorite white. It's like a milky shimmer white that has your beautiful multicolored sparkles in it. Now, because they're somewhat sort of long, these are 4XL. We're going to need quite a bit. Alright. There's our white. We're going to do Pinky, Petty, and Pink. We'll get as much as we can. We're going to stick this guy here. Oh, I'm so excited for this, you guys. Sugar's Ombre is shit. I need more than that. Alright. I had to use both collections. We got Sugar Rush, which is from the Fairy Dust collection. So this one's nice and thick because of the shimmers. You can use code SUGAR. Everything for BRITTBRAT is linked. So we're going to have some nice, really, really pretty sparkles in our marble. You can use you don't have to use a clear background. You guys can do like a white or a black background and the sparkles will show up even more. However, I don't want to do a black background. I'm just going to do the marble because I want the see-through look. Because when we bloom this out, I want that see-through look when we bloom this out. Does that make sense, guys? So I'm going to turn my brush, get that excess off my brush, like so. Alright, so there's our pinks. I ain't got enough room. Alright, so we got Iced Out. Alright, next up is our yellow. So with our yellow, we're going to use Frosted Kisses, which is the white shimmer. Hi, Simon. Hello. It is a beautiful white, you guys. I know it's hard for you guys to tell because of the light. I don't know why. I have this huge light. I'm like, thank you guys for coming. Thanks, everybody. Thanks so much for coming. Now, I'm doing 2 4X nails, but when you're Ombre, you're not going to need a lot of color. You almost end up wasting it more than anything. So, my advice is to just make sure. Okay, we're going to put our white here. Now, this one is a white shimmer, which is different than this one. That one's a milky white with glitter in it, and this is a nice super shimmer with a clear base. This is like reminds me of a fairy collection, but also great for a mermaid collection too. So if you do grab it, I would grab it before they're gone. I don't know how many is left. She sold quite a few of them, so. Alright, next one is going to be Meant to Be and Mint Spark. And just make sure you have enough room to put all your colors on your palette, you guys. But this is like the pastel version of rainbow that we're doing. And with green, you don't really need too much green, you guys, because it can seriously take over your colors. So just be careful with that. Next up is Mint Spark. Both of these collections are linked, you guys, so if you really want these collections, grab them. And then, I don't know, we might go live again this weekend, you guys, or maybe later tonight, I'm not sure. But we have to use the new collection, the Brats in Paradise collection, because y'all, if you did not see my last live where I unboxed it, you gotta see that collection. It is so beautiful, oh my gosh. Alright, next up is Breeze Baddie and Glacier Babe. Look at that blue. Ugh. Alright, so this blue is such a pretty pastel blue. It's not your average pastel blue. It's more of a dulled down blue, but like in a good way though. You know what I mean? Alright, we're gonna get this off here. Oh my god, that's so beautiful. Oh my god, look at that. Oh my god, the sparkle in these nails is gonna be beautiful. Alright, last but not least, we got the purple. So we have Lilac Me and Lush Lavender. Rolling it like I do helps get that excess off of your brush, you guys. Oh my god, this purple's beautiful. It's gonna look so pretty. Alright. Oh my god, look at that. Oh. Alright, so I'm just kind of going to, I guess, put this right here. I didn't really... So when we do a ombre, there are so many different ways, so many brushes you can use to do a ombre, you guys. To get that ombre effect. So, I kind of want a lot of this purple on here. Okay. There's our colors. Now, we're going to take our palette, and you're either going to take a flat brush, or you're going to take a liner brush to do this with. So here's this little liner brush, which is actually really good and nice if you want to take it through the colors when you're done. I'll show you that in a minute. But we're going to use kind of the like flatter style brush, and matter of fact, we can use this guy too if we want, but I'm not going to use this guy. I'm going to leave it so that way the gel is still on it. Hold on, guys. I got to grab my other brush out because your girl forgot to grab that one out. I don't have enough room, everybody. Shout out to the 52. Hi, Christina. Hi, Simon. Hi, Angela. Hello, hello, hello. Alright, so we have another one. This brush is from VARNAIL. Well, these brushes are from VARNAIL. I absolutely love them. They're perfect. I do have a code with them as well. Everything's linked, guys. But today we are focusing on BRITTBRAT. Alright. So here's our colors. And do you guys think I need to take and tone down a light? Or you think it's good? Alright, so here is our brush. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my brush and just make sure it's cleaned off. Just so it's not, so we can move it around nice inside of our colors. But let me know, guys. Let me know if it's good, like light-wise, and you guys can really tell because I can't tell, okay? It's kind of dark on my end, so I'm praying to God that it's not on your guys's. Alright. So, we have our colors, right? Move this guy over here. Now that we have our colors, we're going to be experimenting with BRITTBRAT's, this is called Super Base, which is a thicker base coat. You don't want too much on here, but we're going to take it and you're going to push like this. Push upwards all the way up to the end of your nail tip. These are press-ons, guys, so you don't want to make it gloopy and gloppy at the top. And we're going to pull down. And we're just going to make sure that the whole thing is covered. We don't need a lot. We're going to push all that excess down the nail. And we're just going to make sure she's covered. Alright, she's covered. Now, on the sides here, you'll be able to tell if she's not covered fully. So just make sure you're double checking that and making sure you get that excess off. We don't want a big bulge at the top or at the bottom. Okay? So we're going to take this and we're going to get that excess off there. Because you're going to see that you're going to have a lot of product on here, you guys. So you have to be kind of careful when you do this, especially if you're using one of these brushes and not a liner brush. But I'm also going to show you how to do it with a nice liner brush as well. You're going to use kind of a thicker liner brush. Alright, let me move this. Alright, so we have it. She's on there. She's ready to go. Ready? Hi, is it Dorina? Hi, Pookie Edits. What up, everybody? Alright, so we're going to take all of these colors. Okay? And you can either do it with this guy, or you can do it with a nice liner brush. So let's go ahead and take a kind of thicker liner brush. You're not going to need a super long one, but I suggest getting a longer style brush. Like this. If you want to do that, you can. This one's a little... Forgot to clean it, I guess. Which I didn't realize. And it doesn't matter if it's like this. It doesn't have to be perfect, you guys, because you're taking and using these colors. So, I'm going to put this here. You guys see? I'm going to put the colors here. And I'm just going to go around in a circle. Okay? But we're going to take it on the side. We're going to make sure we're going to pick up this color. Look at that. Now watch. Look at that. And we're going to take this guy and we're just going to kind of do it like that. So it kind of merges out really nicely. So that's what it looks like with your liner brush. So whatever is going to be your color, that's the last color is going to be on top. Then all your other colors are going to be throughout the middle. So you can take what's left on your brush and just kind of pull it through. Just like so. And you can take and just do it again. But you can take minimal colors. So let's do blue. Let's go this route with the blue, right? And we're going to take it and we're going to come this way with it. And I'm going to twist my brush at the same time. Twisting your brush kind of makes it, yeah. So, and we're going to kind of take this guy, add some of that purple, and we're going to kind of take it down so it looks different on each end. So it's going to bloom out here and over here, and it kind of looks like a clear galaxy. Now, you're going to have excess on here because you do have a thick gel, you guys. So be prepared for that. Do not go and, like, you know. So we're going to take our green. We're going to go through our glitter, silver, yellow, and our pink. Ready? We're going to go this way again. And we're just going to float it off there. And that made a beautiful rainbow. Oh my god, the rainbow on that. Yes, girl, we got that rainbow, honey. We got the rainbow. She's so beautiful. Oh my god, look at that rainbow. That's like a neon rainbow. That's so freaking awesome. Oh my god, yes, ma'am. So now we're going to take this. We're going to take our yellow, like so. Take in our purple. Oh, yeah. Now, one thing you want to do is pop these bubbles. Okay, you don't want bubbles. Oh my god. Alright, so here's what you can do. If you want certain colors, like we want this. And I captured the pink, the purple into the blue. However, if you want more color, you're going to take your individual colors like this. Just run your brush through that. And we're just going to kind of lightly throw it inside that color. Okay? Because it's going to literally give you, watch. It's going to give you that nice sparkle. Okay? So you can do this with any amount of color. And we're just going to rub this through. But the Ombre is getting that rainbow to form together just the right way. And you want all your colors. And you want to do it a nice, proper way. Like my brush is that nice purple, yellow, pink. Hold on, y'all. I have a hair. I just shoved my hand in it. But now that we have that, we're going to take more of this green, yellow. And we're going to put it up here where we don't have none. But we're also going to pull this up. And then that way. And it's going to bloom out just the same that we need it. But what we want to do is we want to take this guy. And we kind of want to blend him in to our blue. And now if you want more sparkle in there, like right here, we're going to add some more of that. We have our purple, our pink, our blue, our yellow, right? We're going to take and we're going to add some of this pink. Coming down. This is just to give us that extra sparkle. So we're going to take both colors. We're going to add it up here. And you can just be free nilly-willy it, okay? I'm going to grab all the colors. We're going to grab all the colors. And we're going to put Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's so pretty, you guys. And then we're going to take this yellow and kind of just... And it's going to bloom out, okay? It's going to bloom out. And whatever you put on first is going to bloom out the most, if that makes sense, right? So I want a little bit of this, with a little bit of this, and a little bit of this. Look at that. That's a lot, but I just kind of want to get this corner. Alright. I just wanted to get something in that corner. And we're going to add that guy there. Just to get a little bit of that yellow down at that bottom. And you want to be careful, too, when you're putting purple and yellow together, guys, because... Oh, that looks so cool. Alright. So because, like I said, because these tips are so... They're just, like, yeah. I'm going to hold it like this. Hi, Lou. How much more longer are you going to be live? However, I'm live. Probably a couple hours. Hi, Skylar. Hello, everybody. Oh my gosh. Hi, Ninja Nail Fairy. How are you? Thanks for coming. Hi, Jasmine. Alright, so this is what she looks like, you guys. I don't know how it looks like for you guys. I'm so sorry. It's so beautiful. And we're going to take it and we're going to hold it over. And we're going to, I'm going to show you how to get the excess off, okay? Because it has such an arch on it. We're going to take one of these guys. Alright, because you don't want a buttload on the sides, right? So we're going to take this guy and we're going to pull out and pull down. Pull out and pull down. And what that does is it takes that excess off so it's not pulling at the sides of your nail. Okay, this side, pull out, pull down. Pull out, pull down. Pull out, pull down. Alright. Ta-da! Oh no, I got something in mine. How are you, everybody? It's about to storm here. Alright. I have something in mine. Oh my god. There we go. I got it! Alright. So, I'm going to hold it back over like this till we flash cure it, but that's how you get the excess off, and it looks really cool. It looks like a nice, beautiful, galaxy-looking pastel rainbow, guys. That is the way that I ombre. There's another way that I ombre too, but it's the same as marbling, but you're ombreing the colors and you're marbling at the same time. But, like I said, because this has so much of an arch, now that that's leveled out and off the sides, now I gotta make sure I put it in my lamp super quick, so that way it doesn't drown all the way down the nail. Alright, 1, 2, 3. In the lamp she goes. Alright. What do y'all think about that? So the next one, we're gonna use our flat brush. But we're going to also use our liner brush as well. But this time we're going to use a smaller liner brush. And this one is going to give us something nice and smawsome. So here's our colors. So when you go in, if you want to add more of a color, like I want more of the white here, I'm going to add this iced out color. Just because it gives it such a nice glitter effect, and it makes it like a clear glitter effect, but milky at the same time. So it's the perfect color to layer. How is everybody? Thanks, babe. Thanks, guys. I'm filling out Mother's Day cards. Aw, Mother's Day. I forgot it was Mother's Day, y'all. Is that this weekend or is it next weekend? Gosh, I'm so behind. So, the peeps match all of these colors perfectly as well. So, one more thing. So, now we're going to use the top coat, guys. So, we're kind of experimenting with thinner and thicker. I used a base coat, a super thick base. Now, on this nail, we are going to use the glazed top coat, which is a thinner to medium viscosity. And we're going to use this guy. Now, the problem with these is they are thinner. So, you kind of got to go a little bit faster, guys. Just because we're going to etch that guy all the way up. Just because it's a lot thinner, so they're going to bloom out a lot faster because of the difference in viscosity here. But the top coat itself is my fave. How are you, Lorna? How are you, boo-boo? Thanks for coming, darling. Okay. So there she is. She's well on there. And I have stuff in my top coat. Just don't pay attention to that, okay? I'm going to take the excess off that I can here. Just to, you know, not make it too cray-cray. Because these are going on my nails. So when you're doing press-ons, you want to make sure there's nothing underneath your nail tip. And if it is, make sure you get it out. Or else it's going to be weird when you put it on your thing. So this is top coat. So the first one we use base coat. This one we're going to use top coat. This time we're going to use this flat edge brush. And we're going to do the same exact thing. But we're also going to go in. Because we're going to try to get us a nice, beautiful rainbow. Alright. So we're going to start with our white. Okay. We're going to go like this. So if you've ever marbled before, you want to make sure you kind of flatten it out, right? So you're grabbing that color and you're going all the way around. It's going to look like it's a lot, guys, because we're doing 11 colors. But this is how I do it. We're going to go all the way around. We're going to push on. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. All right, we're going to take this guy and we're just going to float him on. Okay. Oh, God, look at that. Look at that. Oh, my God. It looks so awesome. These right here are like beautiful mermaid colors. Now I'm just flipping my brush because each side has different colors. So each side is going to give you basically the colors that you need. Look at that. We have a rainbow right here. Beautiful, beautiful rainbow with all the colors in there. It's nice and light. And it's kind of going this way as well. I'm going to take that guy down. Look at that effect, guys. Look at that effect. Alright, so we're going to take our brush. You can use what's left on here. I typically do, but for the sake of the video, we need to make sure... I'm going to take this excess off here. We need to make sure that we are getting the colors that we need, right? We need that rainbow. So, I'm going to start with the white. Let's start with the white. We're going to come in with this nice glitter purple. And I'm just going to go lightly around until I get to that yellow. Look at that. Look. You can take that side, but see where all that pink is? We're going to take and we're going to float this guy on. Oh my God. Oh yeah. Now, mostly I got a lot of pink in that one, but because I didn't move my brush, I didn't turn my brush fast enough, it's all underneath this pink here. The rainbow that is on my brush is all underneath that pink. So I'm going to get some of that dreaded pink off there. And it's all underneath here. So most of the time, what's up, babe? We just really, really want those nice, beautiful orange and yellows by mixing these colors here. Oh, yeah. Pop that. Oh my god, it's so pretty. It's very light with that yellow like that. Oh, is it raining right now? Mm-hmm. Can you shut that window? I don't know if it's raining in that window or not. But see how it kind of comes in the middle here? I think it looks really cool. I think it looks like clouds. And it kind of comes in at like a nice, beautiful angle. I don't know if you guys can quite see that, but it kind of looks like a cloud almost. It's my favorite part. I'm going to see if I can get the rainbow with the liner. With this liner, actually. So the pink, as you can see, can take up so much. I'm just gonna lightly flow. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Oh yeah, you can see it on there. I'm just gonna spin my brush at the same time. And then you can take this little guy, just kind of make your little wedges in there, bring this down. And then these little areas look super cool because they're kind of open, right? So once it blooms out, it's going to look pretty damn cool. You okay? Are you bored? Are you bored?
Are we doing anything this weekend?
I don't know why.
Besides my practice?
Why?
Because we want to go to kind of.
When? Okay.
Her mom, because she has practice in there today.
Okay. You can go. See how everything fell to the bottom here? On the sides? It's okay. We're going to bring it back to the middle. But I'm just going to keep trying my rainbow. I've not used these ones yet, or these tips, but I've already put, look, I've already put my hand in it so many times, you guys. But it's okay. And you can redo your palette as well, too, guys. So, I'm going to take a nice shorter brush.
Someone would have to take me to Lowe's, though, because she...
Wake your dad up. It's just Lowe's. It's right there. Love you. We have all of this here. See this in the middle here? What I want to do is you can take your colors, like I said before, right? And we're just going to... We're going to float that guy in the middle. Guys, just let your freaking brain run wild with this. It is so good. It is my favorite, and it is probably one of... Now, I've never used these tips for this before, but yeah. So we're going to make it go back to the middle. But this is like the way that I do it. We're going to take it and add some more up here. And you can do it super light or you can do it super thick like I did in the beginning to give you more of like that color. Now, like I said, it's going to bloom out faster because it is top coat. Right? But I love this. So we're going to take this. And we're going to take this guy. Oh my god, look at that. Ugh. So if you have too much on the side, see all this swirl? It's because that top coat. Look at it swirling together. I didn't even have to do that. We're going to take it because it's running off the side. So we're going to pull it. So the gravity's going to pull it down on the nail. And you're not going to have to do it anywhere. It's just going to slide on the nail. Look, it's already sliding and I don't have to take my brush to do anything. But if you want to add color, take your brush and add it in there like I said before. Let's get some more green in there, shall we? Some more blue. Let that kind of bloom out. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some purple at the top here since we have all this yellow. It looks like a scrumptious rainbow. No joke. Let's take some of this glitter purple with our white. Add a dip of green. Oh my god. It looks so freaking cool. Look at that freaking rainbow. Might be hard for you guys to see it, but we're gonna add just a tippy bit. Oh my god. And if you want, drag your color. You can take your brush and kind of drag some of this up here so it blends like this. Watch. And it'll blend together as you're doing it because, like I said, it's already top coat. So let's take this color. That is a full rainbow swirl right there, baby. Look at that. Oh, yes. Oh my god, look at that. And then you can just make these little swirls right here. And this is going to give you like the coolest little swirl look. So we're going to get one more swirl right there. Look at that. Oh my god. All right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to fling it back over. Get that excess off. Oh my god, they look so cool. Whoa, Hazel. Thanks, Blue. It's the unicorn rainbow. Yeah. Sunkiss K. Hello, everybody. Shout out to everybody in here. All right, so now that that's leveled out, and that's the thing with these Ombres, you want to make sure they do get leveled out nicely, you guys, or else it's going to be like bumpy, right? So if you hold it, now like I said, normal tips wouldn't do this, but because I like how the sides are, because we have that clear on there, so the sides are looking like crazy at the moment. You can add more color up at the top if you want, but I have a lot of sparkle up here. So it's going to be less spurt, or it's going to be more spaced out than down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this sparkle and just kind of like put it through here. So we kind of have more sparkle at the bottom. And you could take whatever colors you want. I mean, really. It looks really cool. But you're going to have sides like this, you guys, which is fine. But if you guys don't want that, just kind of take your brush and just kind of move it. Right? But I like to leave some of these open spots because they do look really cool. But you don't want to make them open too much, right? So I'm going to take this white, a little bit of this pink. I'm going to add a little bit here. Just to kind of make it a little bit more fuller up at the top here. Oh my god, that is so amazing. Oh my god, yes. Now you got to remember that this is top coat that we're using, guys. So it's very, very different. So we're going to use that to our advantage. And you can just keep swirling it, guys. And it will stay swirled. Right? The swirls make it look even cooler. Oh my god. Alright, let's do a little swirl. Oh yeah, there's our swirls. We got our swirls in there. Yes, girl. Alright. We gotta... She flattened out. Kinda, sorta. Alright, one thing you want to do. Let's take our little guy. Let's get our sides. We're gonna pull and push down. Pull, push down. Pull, push down. It's literally taking that excess off for you and leaving the marble design alone. These things. And it really does help. It really, really does help so much. Can you guys see? It'll usually take it and bring it out. I mean, you guys just seen that. So it levels it out. Take the excess off there. And we're good to go. Oh, yeah. She looks cool as hell. I like how it's clear right here. Let's take some of this. Because this is where our nail bed is. We don't want, like... We don't want our nail bed to show in particular, but we still like the clear spots that are there, right? Oh, yeah. Alright, there's that one. That is our Ombre, everybody. Hi, Gamer. Hi, Emma. What up, everybody? Thanks, babe. Hi, Christina. Alright, so I'm just making this pull to the middle again because I liked how that looked. And then we're going to kind of pull it down. We're going to hold it like this. And pop this bubble. Oh, that wasn't a bubble. That was something else. The clear looks really cool. So I'm going to take this guy. And we're going to move it around. Oh my god. Up close looks so cool. It's such the coolest color. Alright, just keep making sure that you don't have a crap ton on your nail, but you want it to be leveled out. Alright. Oh yeah. Definitely unicorn vibes, but we're going for peep vibes. Let's put her in the oven and let her cook, shall we? Alright. This is what this one looks like. This is my favorite one right here because this is how I get my true rainbows. Like your true rainbows. I love it, love it, love it. You can do it all at once, like I did with all the colors. Or you could go pink, orange, yellow, do that one. And then yellow, green, blue, do that one. And it'll fade into itself. I particularly like the thicker base on it. I like the thicker base because it gives it more time and it lets it just kind of like evolve into this beautifulness. If you can see, it's just beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and top coat her real quick. Okay, so we're going to use the top coat, the glossy top coat. But first things first, I need to... Are you guys ready for this? I'm so excited. Thanks! Yummy candy swirls. Yeah, I used the candy coated collection too. Alright, where is my... Alright, so we're going to be using the glossy top coats. I'm going to move this out the way. It is freaking straight downpouring right now, you guys. Oh my god, she's beautiful. Make sure you don't have no floofies anywhere. Oh, she's stunning. Can you guys see? You know what I didn't put on? Hold on, y'all. I didn't put on my thing. The actual flash on my phone. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, can you see? Look. Oh, she's beautiful. Hi, Shelly. Hi, is it Nisha? Hi, Nisha. It's far too sunny and hot here. Oh, girl, it is just nasty here. We're gonna take Britt Brat's glossy top coat. Oh my god, the glitter. The glitter. And I'm also using, the brush I was using was the Glitter Planet liner brush as well. The trio. They are called the trio. I think they're called the trio. Don't quote me here. Oh my god, yes. Yes, darling. I don't care, but this is beautiful. Oh my god. The color on that is amazing. Oh no, I have a... I want to make sure she's golden. Right at the tip, nice and nice. These are press-ons, guys, so I'm trying to make sure it's not thick at the top. I'm just making sure... Oh, that leveled out nicely, and I even put my hand in it. So, how about that one, guys? Alright, let's put her in the lamp, shall we? Alright, here's this one. Same thing. Top coat in these babies. Oh, yeah. If I forgot to link something in the description box, I will make sure to go back and link it, guys. I don't remember what I linked. I thought I linked everything, but I added and grabbed more things as I was going live, so. Oh, yeah. I love glossy top coat, dude. It's the best part. Hi, Laura. Hello. I don't know. Can you guys hear it raining? It is just downpouring. Alright, so like I said before, these are the super sculpted Novo Ovo long 4XL stiletto tips. So you really have to be careful with it, like, pinned into the sides here. So you just want to make sure it's not, like, super pulling at the sides or at the top. Because, of course, we want to make sure they're nice. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. Leveled out so nicely. We're still going to hold it over. Alright, those nails are done, guys. We only have the aqua nails to do, and then we're done. What do you guys think? Hi, Patricia. Can you send me what is that? I don't know. Why are people saying weird stuff? I mean, I appreciate you being here, but what? I'm not gonna send anybody anything other than hello. Hello, and thanks for being here, everybody. Oh crap, you guys. There we go. Alright. Okay. Yeah, she's fine. Look at that, baby. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. Ah. Look at that. And then here's our middle nail. I have to put it like this, guys. Because it's so thick and big. But this is what she's going to look like. So we have plaid and ombres with peeps. Oh my god. Alright, I have to get me some new pair of gloves. Hold on. Alright, so we still have to do the stripes on our stuff, right? So, while we're doing that, we're going to go ahead and paint the back of our aquarium nails. And then we're going to fill them. So, we're going to paint the plaid. And what we're going to do, the plaid, we're going to add some sparkle to it. The white adds a lot of sparkle to it. She's here to teach us, not send us things. That's true. I was a mistake. I meant, can you send me some? Hi. No, sorry. I can't. You can win a giveaway at some point, sometime. But you gotta be subbed. But I like teaching you guys, and I like giving back to you, but... Alright. I'm going to... Alright. Let me turn my thing back on really quickly. Alright. What?
This is my hoodie. You stole it.
No, I didn't.
You stole
We both have the same hoodie.
it. Yeah, this one's mine.
Well, then you have mine.
I don't have one.
Yeah, you do.
I don't. I went through all my stuff.
Online. Then it's in there because I washed that one thinking it was mine. 14-year-olds. Jeez. Alright. I'm putting on new gloves because, you know, when you have the same clothes as your daughter, and then we both have the same hoodies and the same t-shirts because we both wear the same size. I just clean what I clean, dude. And we're the same size, so I think it's mine because they're the same size, because in my mind they're the same damn hoodie. You know? So what's everybody doing? What's everybody up to? Oh, thanks, GLAM. I don't really know too much, but I try my best to hopefully help you guys out. So I love it when you guys take inspiration from me or just whatever, because I never, let's be real here. I never thought that I would ever be able to help people out or inspire them in a way that would, like, you know what I mean? That where they would actually be able to comprehend what I'm doing. You know what I mean? I just thought people would be like, you're weird. That's not a thing. And okay, because I like doing shit differently. And I like doing things out of the box. And my brain just works a different way. And I don't really like, I don't know. I don't like doing trends. I'm not like a trend person. I'll try some trends here and there, guys. Hold on, guys. My glove just is like stuck and it's taunting me. Alright, that's as good as they're gonna get. Okay. So with my, oh my god, look at that. Oh no, I missed a spot. I didn't get one on there. Oh well, that's fine. Sometimes I have to hold mine upside down to cure the bottom. Alright, so this is what she looks like so far, guys. Isn't she cute? This is my favorite way to ombre. You can ombre this way too. And I'm just excited, dude. Alright, so we have this little guy here, which is going to be the same. So we're going to work on kind of both. So when one's in the lamp, we're going to work in the other one. So when you're doing that and you have a set of nails like this, put one in the lamp and go to the next one. And then that way, you can get 2 done, and you know what I mean? You don't have to just rely on just doing one at a time. Because I used to just do one at a time, one at a time, one at a time. So I've recently just learned that it's better. Oh shit balls, Batman, I just messed up my brush. But it's better to, if you're doing press-ons like this for yourself or whatever, to just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So now that we got those, I am going to use a cleanup brush, a liner brush, to make these lines, and I'm going to use a little bit of a thicker brush this time on the big one to see how far I can get him. And then I also have a cleanup brush to use to make sure that I can clean up my lines, y'all, which is called the pedal brush from VARNAIL. I love this brush. Alright, there's that guy. Like I told you guys, we're doing a full set today, and that's what it is. Alright, I'm gonna take a drink. Hi, Lynn. Aw, you love my brain. I love you guys too. I love you guys too. Okay, so we have our little heart guy, but I got them all like sticky for whatever reason. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we have our little thumb here. How it got a sparkle on it? Oh, there we go. So what I'm going to do is, you can do a base coat on this. Typically, I just go in with the color. But we're going to do the plaid first, and then we're going to add the white on the plaid. So I did a matted look on the back. The last time I matted it and then added the colors and then added the whatever. Should I matte it still? Or should I make it glossy? So what we're going to do is we're going to take this guy off like so. And we got to make sure he's actually going to stay. Glossy? Okay. Alright, so we're just going to do the color straight on this guy, okay? Just straight on this guy. Then we'll add our white. So we're going to do... I was going to do the glitter colors, but you're not going to be able to see them under all the glitter that we're going to put in there. So we're going to use these colors here with the whiteouts. So you guys can't see them, but these are the colors. We're going to be using the whole pastel collection along with whiteout. The whiteout is going to give us that nice, beautiful, just sparkly background. Alright, so we're going to take this liner brush. Once again, we're going to take our pad here. This guy. This is also on her shop too, guys. But we're not going to use the star pad this time. And we're going to take our colors. I mean, you can if you want to... Let's try something here. Let me try something, though. So, typically, I would start with pink, and then yellow, and then da-da-da-da-da, all the way down. I wonder if... Hold on. We have this polish on here, right? Let's see if we can do a multicolored line. Right? Just use what we got. Okay. Okay, we're definitely going to need a smaller liner brush for this. Let's do a Ombre pastel look, shall we? I might have to use this guy here. because he's a little thicker and he's not as long as this one, but he's not as thick as that one either. Okay, okay. So okay, don't go down like that. Hold on, y'all. You want to go at an angle. The best way to do is to go at an angle, you guys. Like a nice angle that you know you're going to be able to. But you're going to need a nice liner brush. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. But we have to at least try. Now listen, you're not really going to be able to see this. But this is going to be a marble Ombre plaid. Now, what you want to know is the more pressure you add, the bigger your line's going to be. The less pressure, the smaller the line. So, oh my god. It's a little on the light side, so we're not really going to be able to see this, but for the sake of experimenting, we're going to do that on the pinky now. Yeah, we're definitely going to do the Ombre marble on the pinky now. Alright, so this guy we're still going to need, but I want to make sure we can see these colors. We don't need too much because we're just making some lines, so. All of these are linked in my description for anybody who is new in here. Use code SUGAR. And I also have the link for the Ninja Nail Fairy as well. Can you guys even see what I'm doing? Probably not. Sorry, guys. Alright, let's do our pink. Like I said, you're not going to need too much. Alright, let's do this, shall we? So I'm going to pull the color through and make sure she's nice and... Alright, can you guys see? I'm using this one because I don't want to technically keep having to go over it with a smaller brush. The angle's off though. Alright, I see what I did here. Okay, we're just gonna go with it, right? Just go with it. Alright. Now, we have to make sure you wipe off your brush every time. So keep it at the angle that you need it though. The same angle. All the way across. Kind of time consuming, but at the same time, it's really relaxing. Because you don't want your color to go like swooshing like this, like how my pink's going this way, my yellow's going that way. Typically, you want to make sure that it's both of them are straight. I don't care what anybody says. This set, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Now, typically you would want to put a thing on here because it will help it stick, but I'm not really worried about it. And you have to be careful too. Hold your brush steady. If it's more skinny, it's fine. Take that off. I got a hair on there. Nice, Crystal. We're gonna get this, guys. We're gonna get it. Like I said, I am no, like, expert at this, okay? So you kind of want to angle it the way you need it to be angled so they're both the same. Like that. Because this is a bigger nail, there we go. Got it. You're going to want it to go off the side too, right? So it's easier to just, yeah. What do you guys think? Once you get used to doing it, then it's pretty damn easy. So just kind of steady your hand more so. Hi, Ange. How are you, love? These ones might be a tad bit bigger than my middle one, but I really don't care at this point. Because we have, like, the biggest gap right here. There we go. There we go. I really don't care at this point. It's gonna look pretty no matter what, okay? We're gonna go with our blue. Saturate our brush. Really nice. We want a good amount on there too. And we're just gonna keep going. Would it be easier? We're gonna take it up at an angle. See how I'm coming at an angle with it? Just makes it look a little easier. It makes it look better. I'm gonna stable my pinky on here. Oops. Don't do that, everybody. Alright. It's gonna be a little wobbly. Who cares? We can fix them. I'm a little shaky, so. No problemo though, guys. Just keep working at it. If it's wobbly, it's okay. If it's just a little wobbly, no biggie. There we go. And each time I'm cleaning off my brush too. Let's do this. And then we're going to repeat the color. I'm going to saturate that pretty well. Oh shit. You want to keep the pressure on? Aw, thanks, babe. Thank you. Thanks, Sky. Thanks, Condor. Aw. Thanks for the donation. I love you guys. But if you put the pressure right here and you push down, see your line? Boom. Look at that. Boom. And then I'm going to take this and we're going to pull it up at an angle there. I kind of went a little overboard, but I'm going to bring this down. Okay. I can't believe I did that. Okay. It's not as thick as I thought, but let's make it thicker, shall we? And you're just going to hold it and drag it, and it's going to give you the color that you need. Pop that bubble, baby. We're just going with it, okay? Yeah. Oh my god, this is so cool. And just hold it there and drag down. Hold and drag. And the pressure that you put on there is what's making that line. Just like that. If it's a little wobbly, who cares? You know, guys, just go with it. Because if you've never done it before and you're doing it, just go with it. And then when you're finally done with it, then you can be like, oh, okay, I know what I did wrong there. Or I know what I can fix. Or, you know what I mean? So. What? I love you, girly. Ah. Now, is it a little time consuming? Yeah. Do I like it? Yeah. Now, anybody can do this, okay? I'm no, like, super duper, like, awesome whatever. I just kind of do it, you guys, okay? Shit. And then something like that happens. No biggie, though. Just know you got this, guys, okay? I kind of want them to not be so spaced together. There we go. Because you will be able to see this through the back. And I kind of... want them spaced out a little more. Okay. I have sparkles in these colors, by the way. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm a little bit of a... what is the word? I don't know what that word is. Perfectionist? Alright. We got our yellow. And then we're going to start with the other side. Last time I did it like that, and yeah, you get like a smaller line. But I kind of like the thicker lines, like this. Just to kind of give it more of a color balance, you know? I definitely am gonna need more color, that's for sure. So I'm just gonna pull this guy straight. And then add our color in there. I love this yellow. This yellow is beautiful. Because of how my brush is, I have a lot of bubbles and a lot of glitters in this. So you want to make sure that you don't have a crap ton of like a lot of these bubbles and stuff, because it looks like it looks like you got something in your color, if that makes sense. So but it's great. I love it. Some colors are bigger than others, but it's all good. I mean, what are you gonna do, right? Better than what it was. Alright. And then you guys can go fast. I can't really go fast when I'm doing this, you guys. And you want to make sure you go like this on the sides. Because you don't want that extra paint to be on the side and coming off the side. Oh, yeah. So I'm kind of coming down more at an angle here. So I'm just going to keep trying to go with that angle. Which I did it really different on the other one, but... And just know I'm shaky, guys. I am shaky. But we're doing it. We're here and we're doing it, right? We are doing it. And I appreciate that you guys are here with me. Oh, that green's perfect. Once you get all your colors on here, you're not going to see how, like, how, the lines are. How shaky you are, or whatever. Like, you really won't be able to see them. But once you do your first nail, then you get used to it, right? And when you get used to it, then you can just zip through the other one. Okay. Alright, one thing you want to do is make sure this stuff is not on the front of your nail either. Alright, look at that. So we're going to cure her. And then we'll go in and do the other one, the other half. Or should I just leave it stripes like that? Or should I do it plaid? Or should I just leave it like that? I like the stripes. Okay, I think I might leave it like that, you guys. What do you guys think? Leave it just stripes? Hi, Nana Ange. Hi, Connie. Hi, Kaden. Hi, Brit Brat. You like it? Yay. You like that? I think it'll give it something different. So we have plaid, we have ombre, and now we have stripes, y'all. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Alright, I gotta add some more pink. I love these little throwaway papers, y'all. I try to use all my colors, but let's face it. Trying to use all this polish at once, you need a lot to get your brush through there, but then again you don't, but then again I gotta throw it away, because then again, yeah. Am I grateful for it? Yes. Do I use a lot of polish? Absolutely, and I do not like using it a lot, but when you're doing stuff like this, you kind of gotta go through it, go with it, for it, however you say it. But yes, guys, make sure you like and subscribe, everybody. Hello. If you are new here, my name is Sugar, and I do some freaky and some cool looking nails. Okay? Alrighty. There she is. I like it striped like that. It reminds me of, like, I don't know, back in the old days. So, we're going to go ahead and we are going to add our white which is going to be our iced out, which is our milky white glitter. This is going to make sure it, like, makes it pop even more. Or, do you think that we should just leave it like that and not do the icy back? What do you think? You think it would look cool clear? Or should we just do this little glitter on the back? Iced out or frosted kisses on the back, guys? What do you think? You want it to be white like this one? Because this gives you like just a little milky glitter. A sweet sugar. Excuse me, but so you just add the little milkiness to it, or we could just add frosted kisses to the back and have just a beautiful glitter. Because there's going to be glitter in it anyway. What do you guys think? Clear? Hi, Lillian. How are you? Clear or 1, 2, or 3? Pick. I can't pick, so you pick. I like when my people pick. Either? Oh, God, you're not helping me. Which one do you like better? Should we just do it clear with no sparkle? Frosted. Plain clear. Alright, we're making a poll, everybody. Go take this poll. Which one? Clear. Pick one of 3. Clear. Glitter. Shimmer. And milky shimmer. Go. There you go. Take the poll, guys. Let's take the poll. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to work on this one till we decide what we want to do with that one. This set is going to be so cool. Okay. Same thing on this one. I'm going to hold it like this, actually. So this one, the lines are going this way. So I'm going to go the opposite direction. I went this way, so I'm going to go this way. We're going to do the opposite directions. They're all at 33%. What the little Shermine? Is that what her name is? I'm not. I got charms on this one, but I don't want to really take away, but I might put some on there, yeah. We got a spinning peep too I was gonna do, but I don't know if I might have time for the spinning peep. So this time we're gonna start with purple since we started with pink, y'all. And we're gonna go the opposite direction. Alright, can you guys see? 29. Glitter shimmer. Okay. I'm about to close the poll in a matter of 1. So if get your vote in now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Y'all, that's it. Alright. You guys did it. And poll 43% said glitter shimmer. Thanks for voting, guys. Alright, let's do our background and then we'll do our glitter shimmer. Ready? So we're going to go the opposite direction on this one. So we're going to start with purple. Ooh. Pretty. Okay. Oh my god, look at that. Yay! That was easy enough, guys. I'm getting used to my brush here. Alright, we do have a little line here because I'm an idiot and put it on a thing, but it's all good, guys. Alright, so I'm gonna hold it sideways here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, Hunty. A little wobbly, but no biggie. Yes, girl. We're doing it. Shout out to everybody in here. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today. Guess we're not going fishing at all today. So I'm kind of going up more at an angle with these. Let me fix this corner here. Oh my god, yes. I kind of should have went up a little bit more, but what are you going to do? It's okay. Like I said, it's fine. And you don't want too much on your brush, but... Look at that. Perfect, baby! And I'm just kind of going down at an angle. Not like that. Goodness gracious, Crystal. Okay. Oh my god, you guys have to try this, dude. Huh? Yeah, what's wrong with Gary? Oh, do it now and do it quick. Just don't wash your hair. Put your hair up and jump in. Well, then do your hair first. Sorry, guys. Do you guys shower when it's storming? Alright. Typically, you don't need it to go all the way at the end. So right here on the end of my tip of my brush, I have the paint that's going all the way up to the barrel here. Typically, you don't need to do that, but it is what it is. So I'm going to take and we're going to go like, I find it easier to do it this way. And just pull up. I find it easier to do it like that. Oh god, these are going to be the bomb. Don't you guys think? I think. And the products are just amazing. The products are dope as hell. And like for me, I usually don't. I feel like that needs to go up more, but... Guys, please let me know if you can't see. Okay? Some won't shower in the rain. Do the possible lightning strikes. Oh, okay, got you. I used to be told not to do it. Hi, cat! I've been struggling with this purple one, y'all. Fuck it. We're just gonna leave it. We're leaving it. You hear it raining? Oh my god. Horrible. So if it goes out, I'm sorry, y'all. Just know it's not me. Oh my god. I love this. Like, I really do. I mean, they're getting a little bit bigger, but screw it. I don't care. I don't care. If you want to map it out first, that's always nice to do. If you want to. You don't have to. Now, this one I kind of went down too far. So I'm going to bring it up and then take some off. If you do that, then I feel like it's easier that way. But that's just me. And it's still too wide or whatever, but whatever. There we go. Still looks cool. Alright, so we're probably going to end with purple. Or pink, I think. This is so awesome. Thank you guys so much for being here, challenging me, and making me want to be better, and want to do all this. Because there's a part of me that used to be like, if I didn't finish something, I'd be like, alright, cool, bye. And I just wouldn't finish it, even though I really wanted to. I don't know why. But the creativeness I need, you know? Like, if I didn't have my creative part and the support and whatever, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I wouldn't be where I am. Excuse me. And I feel like if I didn't use my creative side, I think I'd be lost, to be honest with you, because it's gotten me through so much, just in general, you know? And it's changed me, too. Alright. Last guy. Alrighty, y'all. Okay. We're gonna put her in the lamp. Okay, I'm gonna put her in the lamp. That looks really cool. Just gotta get the mattress and bedding. Ooh, bye, love you, love you, love you. Fix the blue little Nico. Sorry, I just cured it. My bad, I didn't see it. We'll be hosting. I'm so excited for you, Kat. Hi, Creamy Moon. I'm just in awe of all of you. Y'all are amazeballs, I know. I love you guys, dude. Alright, so we got our color on. So now that we have our color on, now we can take our, we're doing clear glitter. So let's get our top coat out here. Alright, y'all. This set's gonna be so cool. I don't care who you are. Alright, so let's do our glitter shimmer. While that one's in the lamp. Look. You ready? Ooh! Oh, it's gonna be so glittery. Oh my god. Now, when you're doing an overlay like this, you guys, you can take all of the extra that's in the middle and you can pull it down. You don't have to keep adding. Okay? You can pull it down and even that out. And when you do that, not only are you not adding any, right? But you're pulling that excess in places that we need it. And then, looks like it's even. See? Oh, I love that. Oh my god, I love it. I really do. And I'm just going to seal these sides in too. Oh my god, that is beautiful. Yes, that is one coat, y'all. Oh my gosh. I have a little, there we go. Yes. It's so beautiful. Like, holy macaroni. Alright, so one thing I do want to make sure is I am taking this off of this on the outside here. I just don't want it to... You know what I mean? You can't see it anyway. Alright, we are putting her in the lamp, y'all. She's perfect! Alright, should we keep going with the theme here? What do you guys think? Should we keep going with the theme? Tickety-boo. I love it when you say that. Oh, you're Indian. Nice. I love it. Love it. Love it. I love everybody. Should we leave this clear so we have 3 different types? Or should we still do the frosted kisses on this one too, guys? What you think? Should we just go with clear so we have one that's like clear? Oh no. Look, I didn't realize I had that there. Oh well, it's fine. Yes, just go clear. Alright. Alrighty, we got our glossy top coat, so let's seal her in, everybody. So we have to seal her in, and you can use a glossy top coat, or you can use like the gel I used to go over all of them. Oh yeah, baby. That glossy top coat. Now, since we have stripes here, you want to make sure you go back and forth from bottom to top, so you're actually getting into the grooves of each one. And then I'm also going to go over this. Just some extra added protection. And I'm going around the sides too. You don't want to go around the sides too much because you don't want to leave like weird whatchamacallits. But if you want to seal it in really nice so you know it's not going nowhere, you can. But my suggestion to you is so you cannot see any of this through this on the sides, cure it and go over it if you want. But as long as you have this, it should be fine. It should seal it in, no problem. Oh, God. What the? Alright, hold on, y'all. I just dropped it into my carpet and it went on the floor. Oh, yeah. Nice. Do you guys do that? Because I'm a klutz. And, yeah, we cannot put that in there. It now has carpet fuzzies all over it. So that's great. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. We got the carpet fuzzies on there, and I don't want them on there. Okay, some of them ain't coming off, but... I can't believe I did that, y'all. We got it. Yay. The carpet fibers are absolutely bonkers on this. Holy shnikes. Hold on, guys. Hold on, y'all. It, like, somewhat cleared when I put it in there. And then it didn't. It did, but it didn't. You know? So, like, the bottom's all messed up now. Oh, well. Because you just want to make sure you don't get nothing in your top coat. And I mean nothing. Alright, well. She's going to have some stuff in her, but what are we going to do? Now, the one thing that I'm scared of, do you see what happened? We have, like, these little marks. Okay, guys. I mean, I'm taking the sticky layer off, but it seems like it's likes to stick in there, but alright, so let's clean this guy off. Sorry about that, guys. It's like putting little things inside my nail, but whatever. It's fine. Alright, I'm gonna hold it this time. I can't believe I did that. I'm over here trying to hurry, like, oh, I got this. Turns out when you do that, you tend to drop shit. Alright, now we go back over this again. Seal that inside up as well as the sides. And I think for me, you guys can do this. You absolutely can do this. Anybody can do this, and it just takes time and practice. But just have a little bit of faith within yourselves. Because if you don't, how are you supposed to do anything if you don't have any faith in yourself at all? To know that you can do it, you know? Just saying. Because for me, I didn't for like the longest time. Like, I seriously didn't have any faith at all. And like, it always like sucked when, you know, I always knew in my heart that I could do these things, but then when it really came down to it, it was like, nope, bye. You know what I mean? Alright, there she goes. She's in the lamp. Now, did I add top coat on this? I did, didn't I? I don't freaking remember. Did I add top coat to this one, guys? I don't remember. Ooh, we're almost done. Oh, that looks so cool. Look at that. Do you guys like it like that? Oh, that's so cool. And then we're going to use the white at the top here. So. Oh, I like it. I love it, love it. I just don't remember, did I? Hi, Kimberly. You like it? Good. No, you didn't add top coat to the glitter one. I didn't. Ooh, it's nice and shiny. It's not sticky either, but let's add this and then... We'll just add this. This is going to be just another barrier for us. And I'm going to take it along the top here. And this is just extra, so I know I'm golden. And BRITTBRAT's glossy top coat is awesome, guys. Now, I haven't tried a lot of top coats from many places, as most of you guys know. However, there are good top coats out there that are, I prefer thicker ones. And I know a lot of people don't like the thicker style. I don't like it too thick, but I like it thick, honey. Okay. And this one is like the perfect like consistency so far that I've found. You know? And I am always up for trying out new top coats, but and this one's the glaze one's HEMA-free, and I'm looking to try HEMA-free top coats. because her gels are heme-free, guys. Alright, we're gonna take this guy and go like this. Make sure the sides are good. Alright, let's pop her in the oven, shall we? Dude, this set's gonna be so cool. Alright, guys. So this one is done. All we have to do is fill her up. So we're gonna keep her like so. Fill her up, do all that, and then we'll put the top on. We'll do the white top on this one. Okay? So while that one's in there, let's fill this one up, shall we? Alright, can you see okay? Please tell me you guys can see okay. Alright, so I like it. If you guys have something you like this, something like these jars, it would be cool. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one of these jars, and I've seen this somewhere, but I'm gonna take one of these jars, and it might be a little weird sticking it in here, but like I need something that I can stick it into like this that's gonna make it stay. Oh, it was Cosmic Nails, I think. Or no. I don't know. But I need it to stand up. And so it'd be easier for me to fill it. But, like, I don't have a small enough jar or something to put in a jar to fill it. You know what I'm saying, y'all? Like, I guess I could put some foam in it, right? Look at that. You know what? We're going to use it. We are going to use that. Can you guys see okay? Hopefully. I can zoom in too. It looks a little cray-cray, but... Hi! Hi, Bethany! Hello, hello, hello! Shout out to everybody in here. Alright, guys. So... I know this is an eyesore, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this sponge. I'm going to put it in one of those jars. Do you want me to do it now? So we can actually see if it works. And if it works, then y'all can try it too. What y'all think? Do we want to experiment? Because if I can take this, add a slit in the middle, and it holds them... Girl. Alright. So the other one's still in the lamp. So, okay. I bought this at the dollar store. So let's take our little guy here. And we're going to take our... These are tiny little jars that I bought for my shop. As you can see here. So the bottom is not super full. Which is a good thing, because I don't have to put too much in there. So, I am going to take this guy. Excuse me. And I'm just going to cut around this outside part. Okay? I'm going to take my scissors. Well, not really my scissors. My blade here. Experiment time! You're going to feel the outsides here, so... We're just gonna go, because you want it to go on the inside. You don't want it to be too big that you can't get it on the inside. So we're just gonna go around this until we get through the middle part. And I'm just gonna keep going around. And then we're just going to keep doing that until we can get all the way through here. Oh, look at that, y'all. Now, the one thing I do got to do is, if we poked a hole in this, so if we take our scissors here, and we make a little... shove our scissors through there and make it big enough. So just shove it on the end of your scissors so it makes it big enough for this tip part to sit inside. Oh. Okay. Oh, we did it, yo! Look, we did it. We did it. Oh my god, we did it. We did it! Alright, I'm gonna have to make another one for the bigger one, but we did it, y'all. We did it, so. This is so awesome. Yes, we did it. Are they monomer jars? No, ma'am, they are not. They're just little glitter jars. That's all they are. Alright. Well, we got that. How about that, y'all? We did it. Alright, so how's it looking? Can you guys see straight inside of it? So I think what I'm going to do is when I am filling it, I'm going to bring it down here. So you guys can actually see what I'm putting inside. Alright, we're going to be putting butterflies inside. Our oils. So what you want to do is let's take our oil first. Put some down inside. And I am going to take this guy so I don't keep getting gel on me. So what you want to do is you want to put your stuff in first. Okay. Alright. So right now, in the first one I did, I used baby oil. This is coconut oil, and it's a lot thinner. So we're going to see how this one does for us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this guy in my little hole. Now, okay, so you don't want it to be... So we kind of want it to kind of go like that, up a little bit, so it holds it and it's not like, you know what I mean? Alright, we're going to shove this in, and what we're going to do is we're going to add a little oil now. Alright. Got a little bit of that in there. Let's make sure she's not leaking here. Oh, not leaking. Alright, cool. Alright, so this is just going to help our gems like kind of fall in and all of that, right? So right here I have my glitter. And then I'm going to add like a butterfly up in there. So I want to use a white one and a pink one. Like this one here. Okay, so this one, I just don't know. I think this one's going to be way too big and get caught. So I'm going to take a smaller size. Actually, no. Here's what we're going to do. We're cutting this in half, y'all. This one's going to have half butterflies in it. Let's just get creative all together, shall we? Oh, get in there. So we'll do about 2 of these. So we have about 4 of these wings in here. Oh yeah, that's gonna look so cool. Alright, let's put a pink one in, just so we have at least a pink one. And there's no red in here. Oh my goodness. Alright. Even though I wanted a whole one, I mean, we have a whole one, but I love these butterflies so much. We're going to be adding the beads in there as well. Alright, so we got that in there. Next thing, we're going to add our beautiful glitter to this one's clear, so it's going to look so pretty. So here's our glitter. We're going to take our little tiny baby spoon. Alright, I want to actually take this. And just kind of push it at the end there. And if you want, make sure you take, and there's no blockages at the top here either. Ooh. So I'm going to push that down. Is it still in there? It's still in there. Alright, so I'm just going to make the back of this wet. Alright. Oh, this is so cool. Now, we're not going to need a lot of glitter at all. At all, guys. Alright, most of that will come down. Oh, yeah, that's just... We just need just a tibby bit of glitter. Like, we don't need that much. We want it to flow, but... Alright, cool. Got that. Alright, there's our glitter. Not too much. Alright, so we're going to take our little beads. And we're going to take one of our peeps. So we're going to take our blue peep and put him in this one. Here's our little blue peep. Oh, I guess not. It might be too big, y'all. No. Oh no, it's not big enough. Okay, so those are just going to have to go in the thumb. Damn it. I should have used the thin ones in the other one, but no biggie. Alright. Alright, now we need the actual... I'm going to add a few of these little flower glitters here. We're going to add some flower glitters, some butterflies, some gold butterflies. Oh my gosh. So these are your typical spring nails, y'all. Alright, so this one's going to be a tad bit different, okay? Just because of how this nail is. We're going to do a few of those flowers, a few of those butterflies, and then we're going to take our gold butterflies, and we're going to do our mini small butterflies. Whoop. What do you guys think? Alright, you're just going to push that down in there. We're going to add another one. But this time, we're going to add a regular colored one. Oh, that one's big. Oh, shoot. Wrong one. Oh, there's two of them. Okay. So we got two of those butterflies in there. Which the other one has two as well. And then we are going to add some cute little balls for distraction. Because the one thing I was going to use was like these white ones right here. But I think they're going to be too big, so I'm going to drop a few of these guys in. Because they're tiny. Do you think I should do that color? Or should we just do silver just because? You know what? We'll just add some colored ones in there. Oh, yeah. So these are actually Preciosa colored ones. But I figured we could make it like really sparkle with these. So what do you guys think? They're a little bit on the brighter side, but I felt like maybe that they would, initially they would, you know, give us some color in there. Look, I'm slow, but I'm also not trying to go super fast because I don't have anywhere to be today. So, and I want to make this set come out so cool. So I don't want to rush and be like, you know what I mean? Let's put a little bit more in. Like, I don't care, but I think that this set's gonna look so cool. Sometimes it's a little difficult getting these little gems in here, but... Alright. So, let's take this guy and push him down in there. Alright, we have room to add so much stuff. Holy crap. Here, I'm thinking I'm adding way too much. I mean, working on aqua nails is fun. And I love them. But I always feel like I'm so slow at it, I'm not going to be able to... You know what I mean? I just feel like y'all are going to be like, I'm bored, bye. And I'm sorry, I haven't been looking at the chat, guys. Bear with me here. I want these to flow super nicely. Alright, so we're going to add these guys. Yeah, because that worked real well. I got one bead in there. I think this is probably the hardest part when you're working with such a small nail like this. And you want it to like pop out and be awesome. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm done. You're not funny, Sid. People are weird, y'all. People are so weird sometimes. I thought doing it with my little thing, it worked last time, but this time it's not really working. It's kind of coming out with it, so. And I'm going to do the pink, yellow, green, and blue of the big flowers. But I really want it to, like, move really good. And flow really nicely with what I got in there. So we're going to take a small little pink. Oh. Oh my gosh. I would say this would be the most frustrating part. There we go. Alright, we're going to do... We're going to do a purple because that'll stand out. Oh my god. If I could just throw you in, I would, okay? I think this is like the hardest. I usually just throw these things in and we're good. Alright, we're going to add our blue. I don't care if it's upside down at this point. Y'all. Alright. Finally, jeez. Alright, there's our colors. Now, you want to make sure you put this in first, so that way you don't have the bubbles at the very tip of it down here when you go to put your stuff in. Oh. Let's see, are we leaking? No leakage, guys. No leakage. Alright, so here's... I have to add more glitter. I can't not have less glitter in there. Because it's got to be just the absolute best. So if you do it like this, it's... Oh, yeah. That should be good. Oh my god, it's golden. So we have all of our colors right here. I'm just gonna leave it like that, and we'll go from there. Let's fill her all the way up here. Now, when you get it up there, just kind of make sure all the bubbles are at the top there. Alright. I'm going to fill it all the way. Alright. Now, we can set it back in our jar. Ta-da! Alright, what do you guys think? If that was hard to see, I am so sorry. This next one, yeah. Alright, let's move this out of the way. Dude, shout out to everybody in here. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Bye! Sugar, I gotta run. Shop, get cash up. No worries, babe. No worries. Let's fill this guy up. I'll be done in just a little bit, guys. So, thanks for coming, everybody. I really appreciate it so much. Alright, we're gonna take our gel. We're going to clean off the top of this real quick with our spray. So, thanks for everybody being here. I really appreciate it so much. Alright, we're going to make sure we get all the oil off, okay? All the oil. We're going to take our gel. Alright, you see that? Y'all, I can't find my gel brush. Guess we'll use this guy. I can't find my gel brush. Alright. So we're going to take this gel. We don't need that much since it's super tiny. But you want a good amount to glob in there. So I'm just going to take this. And I'm just going to let it fall right down in there. But you don't want it to be too much. You want to do it kind of fast. Alright, in the lamp she goes, y'all. See you. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to take so freaking long with that. Oh, my God. It's crazy. But this set's going to be banger. I don't care. Alright, so you want to make sure you do a full cure on the end of that, you guys. And typically what you want to do is you want to make sure you get it straight into the light when you know you got over the edge. Oh, thanks, babe. Once you get it over the edge and you know your edges are, like, over, You should be good and you won't have no issues. Now, let's see. I think we did it, guys. Oh, nope. Alright, I'm gonna have to do another. Alright. So what happened was, it kind of, in the middle, it kind of like went downwards, or it collapsed on itself. So, same thing. I'm just gonna take this and go around those edges. But you want to make sure it's flattened out. Oh yeah. And I just like to make sure it's flat, guys. Just like that. Alright. Now, take your flashlight, wherever the hell mine is, move it away from your gel, and cure. Woo. What do you guys think? I can't wait to put them on for you guys, because I have just enough of those little nail thingies, because my other ones ain't here yet. So, okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this guy off. This is what he looks like here. Alright, we got to put him in the actual lamp. So we need to add him into the lamp for a full 60, guys. Because you have to make sure that, you know, it's fully cured. Okay. Let's get our big boy out. Where'd he go? Here he is. Here's our big boy. Let's fill him up, guys. Let's fill him up, shall we? Alright, here's the front. Let's put him in here. This thing is actually... Go get you one of these sponge things from the dollar store. Get it up like that. Oh, looky. You might want to make it a little bit bigger. It does help, but you might want to make it just a tad bit bigger, like this part. Make it just a little bit bigger so when you shove it down in there, it really holds it well. All right. All right, she's sealed. Oh my God, yes. They're all stuck at the top there, but... Oh, yeah. No! Oh. Is it leaking? Or is it just me? The only thing I hate about doing this... Oh my God, it's leaking again. That's why I don't do that like that. But what are you gonna do? I can't tell if it's like super... It's not leaking a lot. It's just leaking like somewhere. Really lightly. Yeah. Fuck. Excuse my French, guys. And I really don't know where it's coming from. Because it's coming from down here. Because sometimes the bubbles don't like to cure. It's just the way it is. Sometimes when you do it like that, like if you don't get it up over the sides and down the edges, then it doesn't want to cure. Alright. We have to seal this in before we do anything. We have to. After we seal this in, I'm going to do the white part, you guys, and that's it. We might have to save the 3D peep for another day. You can use this gel or you can put a top coat over that. Just make sure you guys take that oil off of it. Last time, I didn't have any issues. I didn't have no issues at all. So, we're going to go... and we're going to cover this whole damn thing. And then I'm going to take the excess off. But at least it's over the edge. You know? Because you want it to stay level. You don't want it to be all over the place. For me, I never really had this much issue. Fuck! Where's that coming from? Hold on, guys. Here's what I didn't tell you. What happens is it pushes it out because of the bubble at the top here. It pushes it literally out of the gel. Alright? So, please keep an eye out for that. A lot of people don't tell you that. But a lot of the times when that happens, it literally pushes the damn thing out. And there's nothing you can do about it. You can put it on there. But you gotta be super fast with it. Like, I'm talking super, super duper fast with it. Because it's in there. But you see that bubble right there? It's in there, you guys. And the only place it's leaking from is this top part right here. That's it. Watch. It's coming. I know you guys can't see, but it's coming out on my glove. Watch. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the top coat. And I'm just going to go all over. Seal this up. Because I didn't have this issue with the other one. So we're just going to seal this whole back end in. Try not to pull it. And you kind of have to be fast about it. Otherwise, it's going to keep pushing it out the top. And I just want to make sure the nail doesn't look stupid. But just be careful, you guys. You don't want the lines in there. You see the lines? God. This is how sometimes us creatives, our brains go. Alright, I'm doing it like this. I don't necessarily want to go to the top, all the way to the top. I'm just gonna hit it like this. I'm running out of my top coat though. And I'm just making sure it's like, alright, we're curing it like this. I can't believe that. But that's how you fix it if you need to. You know? Like, that's... I know that you guys can't see very well. But, like, for me, if you want to seal it up really nicely, just make sure, like... Oh, shit. You can even do matte, guys, like, if you want. But my suggestion is to use just a thick top coat. You don't have to use this stuff here to do that. Just use a thick top coat. Do it really quickly, and it should make sure that that little tiny pinhole... It's a pinhole, you guys. It's literally a pinhole. Alright. And you have to make sure you do a full 60... We're gonna get this, okay, you guys? I'm so sorry. I feel bad. I don't even know how long I've been on here. But doing a full 5-piece set. We're almost done. We only have one to do. Alright, let's see. That did the trick. Yeah. Alright, that did the trick, y'all. Did it? Okay, I don't know. But anyway. Oh, she flows. There they are. There's our flowers in there. I don't know why it gets stuck. But they're in there. They do fall. It's just this is a small end. But it does fall. There we go. It does fall. I think I put too many flowers in there, to be honest with you. But it's catching on something. There we go. Who knows, bro? We got her, though. Alright. We're going to ombre the top. Let's fill the other one, and then we are done. Alright, what did I do with my big one? There he is. Alright. Now we can move on to this one. So we're going to ombre. I'm going to just ombre the white one on top, just to give us our nail bed situation. Oh my god, that looks so cool. So if you're going to have a bigger nail, right, you're going to want a little bit more of this stuff. Okay, at least it holds it though, right? Alright, let's get our color in. I'm going to take and add my coconut oil first. We're going to get the sides wet. Because that's going to help, like, let stuff slide. We're going to take our glitter. Oh, yeah. That should be enough glitter, y'all. Bye, I love you. Have fun. Love you. I'm gonna miss you. And then we could take our thing. Can you guys see okay? Probably not. This is what she's looking like. I'm just going to get it wet. Just like that. Oh, yeah. Alright. Let's check her out. Alright, so one thing we want to put in is our little... Let's put these guys in real quick. I'm putting my hand there because it kind of helps, I guess. With them going in. Alright, that should be good with those. And we're going to add our flowers. We're going to add our butterflies. We're going to do a big purple. No, I don't want it to get stuck. So we'll just do small ones. For now. I mean, once you do your first one, you know what I mean? You get faster at it once you do it, you know? And sometimes it's hard when you're when you're going to do this. Sometimes it's kind of hard to, like, show or talk about everything. Is that better, guys? I feel like I was in the dark. I couldn't see shiitake. Dude, I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming and wanting to see this set done. Thanks for spending your Saturday with me. Or your Saturday? Friday. Alright, so we have purple, pink, green, and blue. We're missing a yellow. Alright, let's get our butterflies in there. And then seal them up. Oh god, now I can't get it open. I hate these things. Oh, thanks, babe. Thanks for being here, everybody. Ugh. It's hard to kind of show, like, this part of it, you know? Alright, so for this one, we're going to add still the tiny ones. Just because we don't want them to get stuck. But I am going to do, like, more than 2. Okay. Then we'll add these colors and seal her up. And we'll be done. Oh my god, it looks so cool. Alright, what did I do with my spoon? So these are probably going to be easier if I just do it like this. Oh yeah, way easier. It's a bigger nail too, so... I think we finally have a good amount in there. I feel like we're gonna need more, but I'll do one more spoonful. Alright. What should... Oh yeah, we gotta put our peeps in here. Oh my god, I almost forgot, y'all. Alright, we have to make sure that they're going to go in. So I'm going to put this guy upside down like this. Oh my god, please don't get stuck. Look at my peeper! Now this peeper is a little bit weird. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little excess off this part. Alrighty, we'll put this guy in. Oh my god! Alright, that's it. That's all we're putting in there. Okay. Let's fill her up and close her off, shall we? Oh my god, you guys should see my desk. It does. I'm so glad it fit, you guys. Alright. Let's fill her up. I had just enough too. Okay. You really don't want a big old bubble, guys. Honestly, you really don't, but... Alright, we got to clean the outside off with alcohol. I'm so excited for this. Alright. So I'm going to actually grab quite a bit because this is a huge hole. Not huge, but enough, you know. I wish I had a squeezy tube of stuff I could put in here, but this works just as good, you guys. So we're going to let it just kind of drip. Alright, I'm going over the edge. Cure it real fast, and then go in and go back on top. But just make sure your sides are good. Alright. Oh my god. What do you guys think? I usually kind of put it right up on it though when I'm curing it like that. So it gets the hottest and you're not like putting it too far away to where it's not actually going. But what happens is it doesn't like to cure on the inside. I have a bubble. You see where it dropped down inside there? Really nothing I can do about that. So now that I just kind of cured that in there, I'm going to really cure it real quick. Just so that way I can add this other top part. We're going to add this top part, cure, put some top coat on, boom, we're done. I'm so excited to put these on for you guys. Are you guys excited to see these on? I'm excited to see these on. They're super different. Alright. Nothing leaking so far, but we do have a divot inside here, right? We're going to take this excess here. Okay. So now I just want to make sure it's all level. So when you look, There's a bubble right here. I don't know if you can see that. This is a bubble and I'm pushing it. But we don't want to do that. Okay, I'm just making sure that it's good around the edge here. Alright. We don't have no leakage, y'all. We do not have no leakage. Shout out to everybody in here. Thanks for being with me. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Make sure you share, comment, all the wonderful good things. But the reason why you need to put this in your big lamp is to make sure that it fully cures. The gel that's sitting on the oil needs to fully cure. This is not going to fully cure it. It'll flash cure it, yeah. Alright, y'all. So if that don't leak on us, we are awesome. Hey, Brittany, what's up? Damn, I've been on 3 hours, you guys. Holy shnikes. What do you guys think so far? You guys gonna try this? I'm excited to wear the nails. Like, the only thing we have to do is the white on top. Marry that down. Put our top coat on, and we're done. Hello, hi, is it Mammy? Hi, Mammy. I'll show you guys. It's a mess right now. I will show you what it looks like. I know you guys can't really see, but... Alright. So... I'm just checking it on a place that doesn't have any... Alright, we're golden! Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my top coat and I'm going to go over this. Just so that way I have a barrier, okay? We're done with that. We don't need that. We don't need this anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold it right here. Actually. Alright. So I'm going to grab my other top coat because this one is empty. Hold on. Before I top coat it though, let's put the white on. Iced out, okay. So iced out is what is going to... We're going to put on as the base for the top of it here. Oh my god, look at it. Oh my god, I love it. Alright, I'm going to take my brush. We're going to add this excess. But I'm going to flick my brush down. Just a little bit. I want my color on there. Right? I'm going to flick my brush. And I don't have to use an ombre brush. You just flick your brush and it puts the color on and it makes it look like you ombre'd it using a brush. So with a milky like this, you gotta make sure you're... See how the top is here? It'll like go to the sides because of how sculpted it is. Sometimes you have to keep fiddling with it, but we're doing 2 coats of this white color. I don't care, but this is the coolest. And you want to make sure it comes down on both ends too. Right, here's what I'm going to do. We're going to cure this side. Let's cure that, and then I'm going to hold it upside down so it levels out. Put a secondary coat on there. Oh yeah. Alright, let's do this one real quick. So this one has to be a little bit longer just because of the way I did it, but we're gonna do 1 stripe. I love this smoky color, you guys. The smoky color is my favorite. And I couldn't have asked for such an awesome shimmer milky white. Now I'm going to take this excess and we're going to pull it up. So I just have to keep messing with it, pretty much. But we're going to do 2 coats, so I just have these little splits at the top here. And it sucks. Alright, there we go. I'm going to take these sides. Hold it over. And then we'll do 2 more coats. Or 2 more. 1 more coat. You're okay. There's that one. The one thing I don't like to do is having such a long nail bed. That's the only thing I hate about like these types of nails. You know what I mean? But this is my favorite color. And you can ombre this up here too if you want. Like seriously, you can ombre it if you want. You can do all kinds of stuff with this color. And it still makes it super nice. Alrighty. Alright guys. All we gotta do is top coat. And I was gonna add some stuff, but honestly, I don't know. I was gonna add a little something at the top, but we've already been on 3 hours. I don't know. We'll see. Hubby's gotta get to bed. But this is our color. This little sticky out part, that's just a piece of glitter. So I think for this one, if anything, you want to put like a little necklace of sorts, I would call it. Because this is such a long right here. I kind of went down too far, but oh well. We're just gonna pull it. Now, I think for me, it's a little bit different than most. I mean, I didn't really know what I was actually going to do on the top of them, per se. You can use your little brush if you want. However, I don't want to. I still keep going down way too far. Alright, I'm going to take the majority off my brush. And we're going to bring this down. And we're going to flick. There we go. It's a great disguise and it really does work. Alright, make sure you guys don't have too much at the ends here. I have way too much at the end. Yep. For this one, it's going to be a little bit different, guys. But it's okay. I'm going to hold that upside down. Yay! We're almost done.